level of observation. It is the very thing that most scientists and researchers are in search of, and that is truth. This can get somewhat dangerous for an observer. It is the need to prove or disprove what has indeed been observed. The truth is that the search is very painstaking and can cause slow, agonizing death to the observer and researcher. Countless scientists have died from the very thing that they were searching, causing cancer and various other diseases. Searching for the truth is a very dangerous endeavor. The testing of a theory or hypothesis, for example, diminishes from the observed frequency and morphs into something else entirely. This is indeed the distinction between the philosopher and the scientist. Both are entirely essential to the other. It is difficult for a philosopher and a scientist to remotely have a conversation between the members of the two domains. The observer and the philosopher may consider the scientific man a narrow-minded and seeker of truth, or scientist may consider an observer to be insane. They are indeed needed. One cannot exist without the other. The scientist researches and investigates to determine the truth, while the other is learning to pitch a point and sell that point or idea to the masses without proof. One leads through faith and is then criticized by the faithless. But this is usually to the detriment of the faithless, for they are bound by sacrifice to prove or disprove an idea or thought that was manifested by the means of observation, even if the observation manifests the most beautiful and perfect frequency with the most constant of all wavelengths played at the most brilliant of all octaves in the spectrum. They still must sacrifice not only themselves, but even all of humanity, and every living organism sacrifice their lives to prove or disprove that truth within the observation, even if it is an idea that manifests from their observation. It is a world of light and dark, yin and yang. What the scientists or truth seekers fail to consider is the fact that what is known by the observer and his or her observation has always been known, not by what was taught or learned, but based on recollection, knowledge as a form of reminiscence. One has it intuitively. That is, the soul possesses a certain power of comprehension, a certain reservoir of root understandings about ultimate reality, about ultimate truth.